keep coming back to the Port Townsend Writers Conference.
Yeah.
What, in your estimation, makes it special?
I get really great young writers here. I teach a lot of institutional settings, universities, and literary programs that, well, they tend to pull in MFA students, and there's a lot to be said for MFA students. But one of the reasons I come to Centrum is there's a minimum of MFA students here that I tend to reach and get to work with young writers, particularly young working class writers, that I couldn't get to any other way. I mean, no writing program is cheap. You have to plan and have the money to do it. But this one is designed to give really good value for a reasonable expenditure and puts together a great program. Always has. I've been coming here for 20 years.
Well, how do you find staying here at the Port specifically?
Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm 20 years older than the first time I come here. It was a lot easier to hike around when I first came. It's tremendously beautiful. I wake up really early. I tend to get out and see the fog and the sunrise. And ghostly fog on the water. These madrone trees bleed red. It's just it's an evocative landscape. Exactly. It's an issue. It's a complicated issue to keep it low cost, keep it available, keep it accessible. Yeah. People talk a lot about the work as if it were something onerous, difficult, and daunting. And the best thing you can do for your writing is to make it the place where you go for pleasure, for vindication, for putting your people on the page. You know, if you can create that joy in the work, everything else falls in place behind it. You get a contract, you got a certain amount of time in which to produce a finished body of work. If you have already established the practice, that's not that difficult. But if you have always thought of it as work and it becomes something you have either avoided or that you, in your mind, assumes this great, difficult shape, that becomes a problem. You have to make it the place you go to make meaning in your day. It's like exercise. Exercise hurts. But it creates in you enormous excitement and enjoyment. It goes to a place of actual physical pleasure, but you have to pass through the suffering to get there. Writing is like that. Absolutely. Insecurity, uncertainty, risk. On the other side, vindication, purpose, meaning. That's what we're going for. Getting there, not an easy task.
Right.